Hi Brandon, can you hear me? Okay, I gotta move. This always makes a funny number. Just so you know, gun dog's here tonight. Muskegan.
The gun dog. Welcome to Alpena Community College Lumberjack Basketball. We are underway, about 10 seconds into the game with Muskegan and we are thrilled to have you joining us, courtesy of Northland Area Federal Credit Union. I'm Mary Egan, Director of Alumni Relations, alongside Mike Colleen, the Director of Admissions. And welcome to Park Arena, the Cathedral of Concrete. Hi, Mike.
Mary, how you been? It's been a couple weeks since our last home game.
It has. I'm excited to be here. And I have to say, Muskegan, I like the bright colors.
Blue and gold?
Yeah, I like it. Well, it's pretty,
Maize and blue?
A little bit.
Is that what you're thinking?
Little bit. I'm a big fan of Michigan.
Right,
Only Big Ten team left in the tournament, by
It
the
is,
way.
yes, exactly. I think they play tomorrow.
Very tough time. Actually, I think it's Sunday for them.
Okay.
And
Nice bucket by Molly Gerard to get us on the board real quick. 2-0 Lumberjacks.
Very nice. So tell me about this Muskegon team.
Well, they're going to be tough tonight. They're currently 9-2 overall.
Oh, wow.
7-0 in the Western Conference. I think they've already secured the #1 seed for the upcoming tournament that will happen early April.
Oh, my gosh.
They've sort of run through the whole Western Conference. They might still have another game left. This is the last, one more regular season game after tonight for both teams. But they're an experienced team. They've got a mixture of freshmen and sophomores. They got some height inside. They got some talented guards who like to shoot from the outside and push it up and down the floor. So the Lumberjacks are going to have to control the tempo. I think we talk about a lot with the Lumberjacks. They're going to want to sort of minimize their mistakes.
That's always a good idea.
And here the Muskegan's coming out. They probably have seen other teams. They pressed the Lumberjacks early on, but just sort of a relaxed, sort of slow you down type press. Take some time off the shot clock. Lets the Lumberjacks get set up in the half court here and see how tonight goes. But
well, fingers crossed. So far, so good.
Exactly. Our last home game was a exciting win for the Lumberjacks, and since then they've been on the road for 3 straight and come on the short end 3 times. They were at Mott, Oakland, and just past Tuesday night down at Grand Rapids. But a lot of travel. We're back at home. Let's see if we get some home cooking going.
Absolutely. Now, you used to coach the women's team here at Alpena Community College. What's the ride like to Muskegan? How long is that?
It's a long one because anybody knows going east-west in Michigan is a challenge.
It sure is. It seems like you never get anywhere. You drive and drive and drive. And
you drive a little 2-lane, you get on a little expressway, you get on a little more 2-lane, you get on a little more expressway. And finally end up in Muskegon over on the shores of Lake Michigan. But
so they've had a long drive today.
Yeah, and even when I was coaching, and ever since then, we've always played Muskegon. We used to be always involved with the East-West Classic.
Okay.
Alpena and St. Clair out of the Eastern Conference, and Muskegon and Kalamazoo Valley out of the Western Conference. It was a rotating sort of start of the year tournament.
I wondered.
And then we always went to Muskegon typically also for a tournament every year as well.
So Muskegan, the Jayhawks.
Yes.
The Jayhawks, so kind of like Kansas.
There you go. Right.
Similar colors, actually.
It is. Yep. I don't think Kansas has the yellow.
Nope. All right. Well, we are underway, obviously. 5-2 now in favor of the Lumberjacks.
We just saw that press is designed just to sort of slow us down, and I oftentimes say, when teams do that full court pressure, their goal is not necessarily to get steals. Their goal is to make you make a mistake, just like unfortunately we did right there by threw the ball away and hustled down the floor, but out of bounds off Molly.
So that full court press has been a problem for the Lumberjacks this season. That seems to be very tough for them to defend. And when that happens, Mike, they start with the high arching passes that give me the heebie-jeebies.
The things you don't like.
It makes me nervous. It really does. We want you to talk back to us, hopefully politely, by going to Northland Area Federal Credit Union's Facebook page and commenting on their post about streaming for the Alpena Community College Lumberjacks basketball game. If you comment and let them know where you're watching from, you will be entered into a drawing to win a $40 $50 gift card for the Hungry Hippie of Alpena. Great restaurant. As we tell all opposing teams watching, this is totally worth the drive from Muskegon. So wherever you are in the country watching, if you win that Hungry Hippie gift card, plan a trip to Alpena. It will be worth it. Great food. Thank you to Northland Area Federal Credit Union. Again, go to their Facebook page, Northland Area Federal Credit Union, and comment on that Alpena Community College post. Let us know where you are watching from, and we would love to be able to talk about your favorite player, so please do give them a shout out as well.
Well, last time, Mary, we had fans from all over the country.
We did.
Hawaii, Florida, Ohio, California, yeah. So looking at Muskegon's roster, mostly all Michigan players.
Okay.
Sort of wondering, we've been fortunate with some people, some other teams out of the state, so that's where we've got some people. But we have some fans from the Lumberjacks that live in some other.
We do. We
states.
Frequently have viewers from Florida. I know South Dakota has been represented, and Indiana, Ohio. So we definitely want to hear where you are watching from. So please do go to Northland Area Federal Credit Union's Facebook page and chime in. It is a lot of fun. And whether or not you're rooting for the Lumberjacks or you're rooting for the Jayhawks, we would be pleased to talk about your favorite player.
See, Muskegon just called a quick timeout here. I think the coach just isn't happy with how they've started the game. I see him over there. The girls are just standing around. He's talking to them. You know, it's tough to tell with the mask, but I would say he looks a little disgusted.
He looks frustrated, I would say. Yes, yes.
And in looking at the roster here, there's a number. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Half their team are freshmen.
Oh my goodness.
So no doubt this is likely the furthest road trip they've ever taken.
Yeah.
And they got to get some bus legs off.
I was just going to say, they've got those bus legs.
Coach wasn't being very forgiving early on.
What kind of snacks do you take for the long trips like this, Mike? Everybody likes snacks on a road trip, but you know, if you're going to play basketball, you don't want anything too heavy.
As a coach or a player?
Both. Both, I would like to know.
Well, as a player, you'd like to try and think about eating healthy.
Right.
As a coach, you just sort of want to enjoy a snack.
Right. You're doing play acting with Sour Patch Kids or something, your row of the bus. I understand. I do.
Right.
Well, hopefully, everybody's nourished and no one's peckish and they can play a good game.
Exactly. Nice pass into Jake
Very
Schultz.
nice.
Excellent pass by Linnea Hankowski there.
We've got a few, or at least a couple, Lumberjacks players who are also on our softball team. These are very busy young women.
Yeah. I know our softball team plays tomorrow. And
Do they?
I don't
neat.
know. I'm sort of wondering if some of these girls are going to be playing tomorrow as well. They're on the road.
Goodness.
We usually play the early part of our season downstate before.
Well, we're usually under snow here, so home games are hard.
Fortunately, the snow's gone.
Yeah, we had a winter weather advisory today. Didn't really materialize into much.
Right. Or Lumberjacks got scrapping in there, and Muskegon had 2-3 opportunities. Nice bucket by number 12.
Wow.
Kylie the Flesh has checked into the game.
Kylie's having a nice season from the three-point arc.
It's a quick 9-2 lead for the Lumberjacks halfway through the first quarter. And these Lumberjacks typically play that 2-3 zone. In the middle of the zone, right there where Muskegon just exploited, is exactly where you want to attack it. So the Lumberjacks are going to want to secure that up and watch that flasher coming across the middle. That wasn't a mistake.
Little turnover there. Caleb is watching. His last name is Budnick, so I'm assuming Posen, but maybe I'm wrong.
Presque County.
Could be, yeah. Caleb says go number 15. That is Linnea Hankowski.
Couple of Rogers City girls with Linnea and Kylie playing.
Tell you what, I always talk about this, that Presque County basketball system up there. It seems like they've got it going on. Posen is on fire this year in high school ball.
Well, and I think Onaway and Posen are playing tonight for a district championship in girls basketball, and Onaway is playing Hillman tomorrow night in boys basketball.
My goodness.
District. So Presque County's got 3 schools, and they all typically do, like you said, very well in athletics.
Boy,
Good shot real
Muskegan has
quick.
some tough defense. Wow!
Molly Gerard at the buzzer of the shot clock as it was ticking down. I heard the bench over there counting the shot clock down.
That's great.
Molly Grave got it, threw it up there, and do nothing but the bottom of the net.
She did great. That was a beautiful shot.
Scrapping on the floor. 2-3 Lumberjacks on the floor there going after that ball. That's the kind of effort they're going to need all night to maintain this lead and sort of keep Muskegan. Maybe they're being a little bit of a fog. I'm not sure.
Yeah, could be. Caleb, by the way, wants us to know he's watching from Alpena. Thank you, Caleb. And go Linnea Hankowski, he says. Wow.
Nice pass. And
Beautiful. Oh,
that's how you beat that press. The Lumberjacks are really doing a nice job. They're not dribbling a lot. They're just sort of passing the ball around, finding the right spot.
I'll tell you what, Michigan's last game in the tournament, they were being pressed, and I remembered you because they did some beautiful passing down the court, and I thought Mike would be proud of them right now.
Yeah, exactly. My life's been too busy. I really haven't watched a lot of the basketball yet.
Is that because Duke didn't make it in?
It could have been part of it. I'm not as interested, but right now, I'll tell you, I'm rooting for every lower seed, Gonzaga and Michigan, because this is how the tournament's been.
What just a bizarre tournament.
Nice short corner jump shot there by Muskegon to make it 12-6. 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I saw a great meme on Facebook that said, I always root for the Big Ten except when Oral Roberts is playing. Of course, that was a shot against Ohio State, which I, as a Michigan fan, enjoyed immensely.
It's nice seeing some of those smaller schools like that get the opportunity.
Yeah, it is kind of neat.
Like that. You got Loyola Chicago back out there again, and Sister Jean, 101.
Sister Jean is there. Yeah, I love that. Loyola, they knocked off Illinois, I believe.
They did, yeah. Nice play right there by Muskegon.
And totally killed my bracket in the meantime. 12-8 in favor of the Lumberjacks. Nice passing.
Yeah. Oh,
golly.
Yeah, that's it, Keegan. She got to get across half court before she can touch that.
It's kind of like playing keep away right now.
It is. But you see how the Lumberjacks are catching the ball, looking before they dribble.
Nice.
Right there. It's a good high post. Grab it, Kristen. There
Some
you go.
scary passes sometimes, though.
3-2. Shot clock running down
Gotta
again.
go, Jade.
Unfortunately, I didn't get in that time like Molly's, but here goes Muskegan.
Here they come.
Ooh, nice block by Jade Schultz.
Beautiful. What happened, Mike?
Oh, Coach Allen called a timeout. I was a little concerned he was making a late foul call there.
I did too. That's what I thought was happening.
Coach Allen called a timeout. I think Coach Allen might see that Muskegon's figured out their zone a little bit. They sort of bounced it around and sort of found that short corner area then to the post. So my guess is he's trying to shore that up right now. He's over there talking to the girls, giving a little encouragement. That's exactly what he does. He does a real nice job with these young ladies.
He really does. Did you play with Coach Allen?
I did. I was a freshman when Coach Allen was a sophomore.
Really? All right. And I'm sure he took you under his wing. Yes, brotherly relationship, I'm sure.
I can tell you that Coach Allen and I had a fantastic relationship while playing.
That's great.
I consider him one of my best friends even today.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Two totally different people. Of course, he came from the city of Flint, and I'm from right here in Alpena.
Right.
But yeah, we've gotten along very well over the years. He does a
Very
good job.
neat. All right, we're getting back into it.
Coach Allen's over there instructing, telling him exactly what to do, throwing the pass around, looking for that middle person. I heard him yell, get to the middle. There we go. Now Molly's got it at the top. Passing the ball around.
Definitely, the Lumberjacks have a very sort of thoughtful tone to their play so far this game.
Yeah, they're being patient. Nice bucket. Way to go, Molly. Find your spot. There's the patience right there. Molly stepped into that three-pointer and knocked it down. 15-8 Lumberjacks. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, they seem very calm, deliberative. It's nice to see. Muskegon answers with a bucket of their own, 15-10 in favor of the Lumberjacks.
I hear the bench over on Muskegon. They're all sort of shouting out different directions. And
it's great to see the bench involved in the game, though, on both sides.
Yep.
You're going to hear me do that a lot. When
I would say we both got a little nervous on that
We
pass,
did.
but luckily the Lumberjacks pulled it in. And
First quarter, almost done. Got about 15 seconds. Oh, unfortunately, didn't get that second rebound.
get back here. Let's keep them from scoring here and going into the halftime. We're going into the first quarter up 5. 3, 2. We're both counting. There we go. Nice job, Lumberjacks. 15-10. That's one of the better quarters I've seen them play.
I'm impressed. I really am. This is probably the best quarter of basketball and most in command I've seen them this season.
Yeah. They're really very methodical. And
Very.
sometimes the methodical you think isn't necessarily a good thing,
Right.
but they were very deliberate in their actions. They sort of knew where everybody was going to be. Nice job, Coach Allen, Coach DeRoche over there getting ready to keep them excited, keep them engaged, keep them involved, get ready for the second quarter.
Absolutely. And we want you to let us know where you're watching from and who you're rooting for. Please go to the Northland Area Federal Credit Union Facebook page. If you comment on their post about ACC basketball, you will be entered into a drawing to win a $40 gift certificate to the Hungry Hippie here in Alpena. Muskegan, folks, I promise you it is worth the drive if you win. So please do go to the Northland Area Federal Credit Union Facebook page and chime in. Let us know where you're watching from. We are streaming right now on our YouTube channel, of course on YouTube, hence YouTube channel. The name there, self-explanatory. Thanks, Mike. I speak for a living. Hey, Ruth says, watching from Grand Rapids, Michigan, good luck, Christina Dumont. All right.
Freshman for the Lumberjacks out there sort of taking command in the middle of the floor. You can see her getting ready to play the middle of that zone defense. She's got a long wingspan. Good to hear from Christine's family.
Absolutely. 6 feet tall from Grand Rapids, Christina Dumont. Ruth is watching.
Okay, let's see if the Lumberjacks can maintain this. That's a solid first quarter after coming off that win when they won their last home game. I know they had some challenging games on the road, but the Lumberjacks always seem to play so much better here at home.
Don't they? Yeah.
You bet. Just a little short on that one.
Yep. Comes Andy Marweed, lovely outfit he's chosen for the occasion, our assistant coach of the men's team.
Well, you know Andy's quite a disc golfer.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Alpena Community College, on our campus, we have a disc golf course. Andy is a disc golfer.
Hey, he's a pro.
He's the guy. I've heard of this kid. That's great. All right. So in other words, I should not take up that bet of disc golfing that he offered.
I would not.
All right.
I would say many people would not.
All right.
Andrew Marweed, I call him Andrew. I've known him since he's been a young man. He's the same age as my son. Andy spent a lot of time over at the house. And great basketball player at Alpena High School. Came here to ACC. And he was a good disc golfer back then, and he went to school at Western Michigan, picked up the disc, and he's got some sponsors. He travels around, and he has done very well. He's even ranked here in the United States.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a great young man and enjoying the experience, and his nickname's the Cookie Monster out there on the golf
The Cookie Monster. Interesting. All right. Is that because the discs look like cookies? Is that, or does he just like cookies?
He told me it had something to do that he was eating a cookie or something like that when he won a tournament. And there it is. I mean, he's got his own line of discs.
You're kidding me. That's really cool. We have to interview him sometime during halftime at some point.
Absolutely.
That would be really cool.
I know you're always looking for potential new stories for your alumni newsletter.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
As we're on the air talking about things.
15-10, by the way, the game. I continue on to talk about the Cookie Monster, who, by the way, is my favorite Sesame Street character. Disc golf aside. 15-11 now. We've got Muskegan on the charity stripe. First foul.
Kylie Lefesh committed that first foul in the first quarter, or first half. And boy, looking back now, was there even a foul in the first quarter?
No,
I'm not
there was
even
not.
sure.
Nope.
The first foul of the game comes with Jordan Cabelius from Atlanta checks in the game.
The Husky.
Missed that shot, but Lillian Black battling inside for that rebound.
Micah is watching from Scottville. Hi, Micah. Thanks for watching. Muskegan on a little bit of a run here.
Nice job. Sometimes the Lumberjacks, you just got to get back, play good defense, and I always say keep your player in front of you. Don't let them get behind you. As soon as they get behind you, unless you got eyes in the back of your head, you don't know where they are.
That's good advice.
Keep them in front of you, then you know where they're at, and that's what the Lumberjacks just did there, forced a turnover by the Jayhawks.
Just a little short.
Lillian Black with another strong rebound inside.
And Jade had another herself.
In the third. Boy, she's tapping herself on the head if anybody sees that on the camera. That's typically the universal sign that says, I need a break, Coach.
Really? Okay.
Yes. Yep. So here comes Coach Allen saw that, and here comes Kristen Dumont to the table. My guess that it will be for Lillian. She's been working hard inside.
She sure has. She deserves a break.
There's Molly at the shot clock buzzer again. Molly was going to try and beat it one more time.
Well, she keeps trying those shots. They're going to fall eventually.
The weak side rebound. That's something the Lumberjacks want to make sure they don't give up those second opportunities. We did a really good job of that the first quarter. 15-14, Lumberjacks still in the lead. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter, Park Arena. There's Jordan Kabilius for the three. Molly chasing down that weak side rebound. Look at Keegan Fisher. Keegan Fisher says, I can play down here.
She sure can.
5'11" player from Muskegan, and Keegan Fisher being 5'3", 5'4", says they're no match. I got you. That's nice to see. I like when those guards get in there and rough it up.
Tenacious.
Got those subs in for some of the girls. Coach Allen's moving around just with 8 players over there.
Yep.
Jayhawks have 9.
We do have a small team this year.
Yeah, big possession right here. Lumberjacks would be their benefit to make a bucket. On cue.
Oh, wow.
Kylie the Flesh with a solid three-pointer. Got that ball in bounds, sort of swung it around the arc, and she was ready and knocked it down.
That was impressive.
Yeah, it gives us a chance to get back. When you score, it's always easier to get back down the floor and set up your defense, and you're in position to rebound.
Very nice.
That's what the Lumberjacks want to do. Control the tempo. They score, get down the floor.
Really nice passing by the Lumberjacks.
Jade Schultz just missing that one. And here goes Muskegan. This is where we want to get back. Here comes Molly from behind. Look at that hustle.
Wow.
Nice job, Molly. There we go. Oh, Keegan Fisher calling for it in the corner. Yeah, a little tip pass there. That's all right. Lumberjack ball out of bounds, 18-14. Alpena in front.
Speaking of cookies, we have Cookie over on the buzzer again. We have a lot of. We need to really get. Isn't that Cookie?
It is.
We have a lot of cookie nicknames here in Alpena Sports.
We do. Yes.
I feel like we need a bakery or something on the campus of ACC.
That would be great.
Schoolcraft, by the way, is where the softball team is playing.
Okay.
Yep.
Tomorrow. Yep. Down at Schoolcraft. That's in Livonia. Right off 275. Hopefully they'll have some nice weather to play some softball tomorrow.
They have a good culinary program there, don't they?
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I oftentimes have a lot of people ask about culinary programs when I'm out recruiting and on the road. And Northwestern Michigan Community College over in Traverse City has got a fantastic one.
Yes.
Schoolcraft's got a nice one. I've had an opportunity to tour both of them. And Molly Gerard.
Wow.
That's at least her third three-pointer to make it 21-14 Lumberjacks halfway through the second quarter.
That's incredible.
Let's keep it going, Lumberjacks, because this is a very, very good team you're playing, and they were staying with them. Foul on Jade Schultz inside, but just her first. Just her first. Sometimes a foul isn't all that bad. It gives you a chance to catch your breath a little bit.
Gene is watching. He said he's watching his granddaughter, Nia. That's wonderful, Nia from Muskegan.
5'9" freshman out of Muskegan High School, number 11, Nia Miskell.
Gene, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll keep our eye on Nia for you.
She's at the line right there right now. Unfortunately, made one of two. Ball gets batted out of bounds. Muskegan ball. Coach Allen didn't agree with that, but as we've talked before, the officials seem to think they're right.
And you know what? They never change their minds, no matter how much you complain. I have learned from attending these basketball games that the officials have special masks on. They're very baggy. They fit closely along their face, but they have a lot of material, and that is to accommodate the whistle, which is something I never would have thought of.
I think it's something that obviously companies have found opportunities to take advantage of. Not to take advantage, I mean...
No, we need it.
We need them.
Yep.
And stuff, so yeah, it's...
There's a hole in the market, and that is a mask that will accommodate a whistle.
Right.
The things that we never would have thought of a year ago suddenly become totally normal to talk about, Mike.
Exactly, yes. Yeah. We talk about it every game, but Keegan Fisher is always the first person on the floor.
Is incredible.
Diving for loose balls. Looks like she may have banged her elbow there. She's rubbing it out.
I don't know if she had her Wheaties this morning. I'm not sure if she's drinking some B vitamin drink. She just has more energy.
Well, you know, she's a sophomore, so there's no doubt she's recognizing the season's coming to an end, and she's going to play every minute she's out there and give the best effort like she always does.
Just such an impressive young lady.
Just committed a foul there. She wasn't happy with that, but I think she might have brought her hand down, and sometimes that motion is what the officials will call. You hit them or not, you have that swinging motion.
Well, and she was probably trying to see if her elbow still worked, Mike. David says, watching number 1 Keegan Fisher and the Lady Lumberjacks from Bel Air, Michigan as I get ready to watch the Bel Air Lady Eagles in the district finals. Great night for some basketball. We agree, David.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, I thought the Bel Air Lady Eagles were probably playing tonight also for a district championship somewhere over on the west side of the state.
I take it they're an impressive team.
They are, yeah.
Perennially.
I saw that they were receiving some votes in the state poll and stuff like that. So
That's great.
They run a nice program over there.
Well, Keegan is tied up a little bit right now, but
Nia got the steal.
Nia did get the steal. Jean will be happy about that.
They swung around.
Nice rebound by Muskegan.
Yep. He's scrapping again. Look at Keegan going after it. Yep, no, don't get a foul. There we go.
Scrappy out there, Mike.
Nice job defensively there.
Oh.
Couple of quick touch passes.
That was nice.
Yeah, a couple of quick touch passes. And
21-16, the score in favor of the Lumberjacks. I'm still waiting for log rolling at halftime, Mike. I really feel like we need to get some lumber sports.
Well, I can tell you that we had a past utility tech grad who, when he left here, he did not get into the utility industry, but he was one of the competitors or performers at that lumberjack show up in Mackinac.
That is great. And that makes sense. That does. Mike, that was a lot of buzzing. What just happened?
Shot clock violation.
Oh.
You know, the Lumberjacks have sort of tinkering with that shot clock.
They're using all their time.
Made a couple buckets. Well, and they really want to. That's probably part of their game plan, is to sort of limit Muskegon's possessions, not just with good quality offense, but also limiting their second opportunities by getting rebounds. There's Nia inside. Boy, oh boy. There we go. Nice job. See, then just slow it down. Kylie's got it. Molly's got it. Let's just walk it up.
Absolutely.
Let's make sure we're a threat like we are, but let's not do something that's out of the ordinary. There you go, Molly. Just take your time.
Noelle says that she calls Keegan Pippi, as she often comes in with those pigtails. Hard-working young lady, Noelle says.
That she is. My guess is that's Noelle from our ACC Wellness Center director.
It sure is. Pippi is a good nickname. I'm not sure how fearsome Pippi sounds on the basketball court, but boy, she plays with a lot of heart. Coach just took her out to get a little breather over there. She looks like she was a little frustrated, but getting a drink and she'll be ready to go. Lumberjacks still leading the game, 21-18. Indeed.
2 minutes to go. It's a solid quarter. This is the 18th ranked team in the country, Muskegon Jayhawks.
Wow.
9-2 overall, 7-0 in the Western Conference. They made the 4.5 hour trip up here, and the Lumberjacks are saying it's not going to be that easy tonight.
Nope.
Nice hustle. Good hands by Molly there, knocking it loose.
Good job.
Lumberjacks play this right, they'll be going into halftime with the lead.
I'll tell you what, they have been impressive. They really have. It's nice to see them playing so well.
There's Lillian Black inside. She's 5'4", but not afraid to get in there. A couple of ball fakes. Got fouled. She goes to the free throw line.
I like the Lumberjack maroon sneakers.
Yes. Yeah.
Very nice.
I think that was the very first foul of the game for Muskegon. It's the first one this quarter. It was the first foul of the game. A very clean game.
Very.
Not overly aggressive. There you go. Lillian makes 1 and 2. 22-18. Lumberjacks on the lead. About a minute 30 to go in the second quarter here at Park Arena. A beautiful Friday night for some basketball.
It certainly is. 22-18. The Jayhawks are driving, though, and just made a beautiful three-point shot.
Lumberjack, the Jayhawk bench got up knowing that was a key play. They're going to try and put some pressure on us. Nia steps in for a steal, and she throws it up for number 2. Tanae for the bucket.
And the Jayhawks just took the lead.
They did. We got Kylie the Flesh for a foul. 23-22, and Tanae is going to go to the line and try to make it a 2-point lead with about a minute to go. There it goes, 24-22. Lumberjack ball, bringing it down the side. Oops. Right there, that's what that press wants you to do. You get a little anxious because you're playing so well and you gave up the lead and you ran down the floor and not quite what you wanted, but there's Jade with the steal right back.
Well done.
Patient. I think they're looking to try and get the ball inside the Jade.
I believe they are.
Right there. Yep. You could see that sort of lining up all the way. Molly was looking at her.
We're all tied up now. Muskegon trying to retake the lead.
There you go.
Good rebound.
15. That's it, Molly. Take your time. Let's go. One shot, Molly. One shot. There we go.
Muskegon putting up a fight.
There you go, Lillian. Oh my goodness.
Did it count?
Lillian Black took that 15-footer. Molly Gerard chased the ball down in the corner, sort of threw it up at the buzzer.
Wow.
Got fouled. It went in.
That's incredible.
26-24, and she gets a free throw to try to give the Lumberjacks a 3-point lead at halftime over the 18th ranked team in the country, the Muskegon Jayhawks.
What a shot. She's all by herself down there.
Yeah, no time on the clock.
Nope.
This is harder than you think. This is
oh my gosh.
Normally you would want people there, make it a little natural as you're sitting there knowing that everybody's watching.
Yeah,
let's see how Molly does.
It's nerve-wracking.
That's all right. 26-24 at halftime. That's an inspired first half effort by the Lumberjacks. Coach Allen's got to be pleased.
Oh my goodness, really impressive. It is super quiet in here, Mike.
It is. It's quiet because it was sort of an anticlimactic end to the half.
It was so exciting that everyone had to calm down and
both teams sort of sitting there. We watched Molly take that shot.
Yeah.
And then they were sort of like, okay, what are we supposed to do?
Absolutely.
Now they're hustling off for halftime. I see both coaches and both benches are sort of sitting there thinking. The Muskegon coach is just sort of staring ahead. I still think he's thinking about that bus trip. And,
I think so too.
That's what it looks like to me.
Yeah, he's definitely deep in thought, maybe meditating, I'm not sure, but It was a very exciting first half, and we want to thank North End Area Federal Credit Union for making it possible for all of us to watch on YouTube. North End Area Federal Credit Union has a beautiful new 4-story headquarters now open on Bagley Street in Alpena. Lobbies are also open to the public with safe social distancing measures in place. They do want you to wear a face cover. Accepting new members, so please call to make an appointment. They specialize in commercial loans, small and large business services, and more. They do have 15 branch locations in Northeast Michigan. They're new to Alpena, but they liked it so much they decided to make their headquarters here.
That's fantastic.
And we are thrilled to have them here in Alpena.
I think they're going to make an impact all the time here, involved in supporting the community and everything. Absolutely.
For sure. They really have made a huge impact just so far, and they've only been here for a short time. And I wanted to let folks know that last year Northland won the coveted Outstanding Credit Union of the Year award from the Michigan Credit Union League. It essentially means that out of over approximately 200 Michigan credit unions, Northland took the top spot for outstanding contributions and innovation in consumer financial education for members and within the community. So they definitely support the community that supports them. So, Mike, going into the second half, what's your advice for the Lumberjacks?
Well, my guess, they need to do what they're doing, but as I've always said, it's always easier to make adjustments when you're losing.
Well, you have said that, and when you think about it, it sure makes a lot of sense.
It does, because you figure, and the Muskegon coaches are just now walking off to go talk to their team. They took a couple, 3-4 minutes over there, sitting there, just sort of thinking about it. And he's probably going to, I see them coming out with a lot more energy. Yeah. Looking to run, going after it, be more aggressive. My guess is, they committed one foul the entire half.
That's incredible.
And normally, to be honest with you, you want your teams to commit some fouls.
Well, yeah.
Because that means you're playing hard. And I'm not saying they're not playing hard.
No. Very clean game, though.
But sometimes you want to take a couple of those risks and chances. And Muskegon was just sort of, I don't want to say they were content, but they were just sort of, they let Alpena sort of dictate the tempo. Yeah. And that's probably one of the first times Alpena's done that. So on Alpena's side, they want to do a lot of the same. They want to be patient against that press, work it around offensively. They've been really running the shot clock down a few times. But even when they've done that, they've gotten some good looks. They've had the ball in the hands of the right person. And they probably want to look to utilize Jade Schultz inside, just like that one play towards the end.
So you look for Muskegon probably to be playing a little bit more aggressively in the second half.
I could even probably see them maybe say that three-quarter press, push it more to a full court, and maybe put a little more pressure and not letting us inbound the ball. Yeah. We've seen that from other teams so far.
And it's been successful.
Right, but they've been letting us get the ball inbounds, turn, look, and then we move it around. So I could see both teams thinking about things, talking about things, and coming out and having a real good second half. And let's hope the Lumberjacks keep it going. Let's win 2 in a row at home here.
Absolutely, and it'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think Alpena has had the press so much this season that they're starting to know how to defend against it, and it'll be interesting. And so we definitely are going to be back in about 10 minutes or so. We'll allow you to step away and have a little bit of a break, get something to eat, maybe play a quick round of euchre. I don't know. Brush your teeth, whatever one does at halftime. And we will take a break as well and be back in about 10 minutes.
Sounds good. Here we are, folks. Started the second half, 26-24. We talked about the adjustments we thought the teams would be making at halftime. Let's see what happens. Boy, the Lumberjacks, that was an outstanding first half of basketball.
Oh my gosh, it was great. Really exciting game, and just neat to see the Lumberjacks kind of gelling and playing very intelligently.
This is exactly why you say anybody, I mean, that's why you play the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why you play the game, you know, and I know everyone's watching March Madness and the NCAA, and there were lots of upsets there. People are like, oh my gosh, how did Oral Roberts beat Ohio State? Or how did North Texas win and stuff like that? But that's why you play the game, folks, and that's what we got going on right here.
Absolutely, and Muskegan, a great team, ranked 18th in the country, and but again, that's why we play the game, and a 4-hour bus trip maybe is partially responsible for sluggish play, perhaps you could say, by Muskegan, but we'll see what happens in the second half.
Exactly. That first possession Muskegan had, I noticed they drove to the basket twice in a row, and I think that's a little more of that aggressiveness I'm expecting from them here this half.
Yeah, I suspect you're right about that. By the way, we do want to remind folks to go to the Northland Area Federal Credit Union Facebook page and comment on their Lumberjacks post there if you let us know where you're watching from, and we also would love it if you tell us who you're rooting for, especially specific players. We'll enter you into a drawing to win a $40 gift certificate to the Hungry Hippie, courtesy of our friends at Northland Area Federal Credit Union. All right, score all knotted up at 26. Here come the Lumberjacks. Close game, to say the least.
We'd love to hear from those outside of those Muskegan fans.
Yeah, for sure.
Nia's got somebody watching her.
Yep. Looks like Grandpa Gene is watching, which is nice.
I know I catch myself watching sometimes when the Lumberjacks are on the road just to sort of see what everybody's doing out there and
for sure
stuff like that. Where I don't even have anybody on the team, but I just a sports enthusiast, you could say.
Yeah. Well, former coach for the Lumberjacks ladies team, so we hope you're a fan, Mike.
Well, you know, in my admissions job, I get a chance to know so many of these
I bet.
student athletes. I've given them campus tours. I've seen them at orientation, helped them getting ready to go. And with Coach Allen and Coach Jacobs, two of our basketball coaches, neither one of them work on campus. Sometimes the student athletes might be looking for somebody to help or help them or something like that, and they find some different people. And
that's neat. You get to be that person.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep. You know, some of these people come from out of town.
We are an exceptionally friendly group here in the North, and so we all like to be of service to all of our students, especially those students who are coming from out of town and maybe need a little bit more direction on how to get places, where to go, and what's going on. Keegan's got the ball, and Vicky is rooting her on from Elma, Michigan. She said, thanks to you at Northland Credit Union. Again, our second time in a week as we got to watch live at Grand Rapids Community College this week as well. Got a special spot in our hearts for number 1, Keegan Fisher. Vicky, thank you so much for commenting. We love to hear from you.
Happened so far as what I was anticipating. Muskegan has come out in the second half, and they've been a lot more aggressive, getting the ball down the floor much quicker. I think they typically average a lot more points than what they had at halftime. 24 to 48 for the game.
Yep.
I bet they typically average in the mid to upper 60s, if not low 70s.
Wow.
So they might be putting their foot on the gas this quarter.
It does appear so. Again, their coach looks a little frustrated.
He does.
But things are going more his way.
Yep.
Oh,
look at Lillian inside
Lillian.
there. Jade just barely missed that one, just sort of rung out with her, but Lillian jumps in there.
Lillian, 5'4", and playing like she's 6'4". Scored 30 to 26 in favor of Muskegan.
I think the officials are talking about the shot clock there.
I see.
It's not a reset because there was a rebound.
Okay.
Lillian got the rebound and the jump ball, but not a change of possession. So the shot clock's at 20.
Okay. Thank you. That helps. Mike is often my translator for the officials. Oh, that was an interesting pass, and good Lord.
Ooh, boy. Yep, I think there's good hustle play by both Molly and number 10.
Is number 10? I don't know how number 10 just popped right back up.
She did.
Slid about 6 feet.
She did. She's been active out there. 5'11" freshman, Alpena. There's that high-low action. I bet they talked about it at halftime, too. They did that early on in the first quarter, but they went away from it.
The Lady Lumberjacks have a good luck charm in the audience tonight. You said Gundog is here. Gundog, alert viewers and listeners know that Gundog is a frequent viewer himself, but he's here in the flesh.
He is here with his dad, Gary. Mike's from down in Alpena, Harrisville, went to Alpena High School, played here at Alpena Community College. So did his dad years and years ago.
Wow, that's
I don't want to make it sound as that long ago, but he played.
I mean, it was kind of a while ago, Mike. It was probably late 50s, early 60s.
I would say so, yeah. Gary's a good guy. He likes to come out and watch some games. And Mike's here enjoying the game with his dad tonight. Mike lives over in Traverse City, and you're right. Mike recently has been giving some little advice on the Facebook post there for the team.
He certainly has.
I'll have to go talk to him between games and see what he says.
Yeah, for sure. We want to get his take on this. Keegan made a nice pass there to Jade. Keegan's got the ball again, and unfortunately that did not... Oh, is she okay?
She knocked to the ground. Sometimes there's so much contact. Coach Allen's talking to the official. I certainly understand that. Sometimes there's just a lot of contact.
Yeah.
Officials don't always necessarily call it, but usually players don't fall by themselves.
That's a good point. Sometimes they do, though. I'm not saying that's what happened this time, but if you watch enough basketball on TV, you find out that a lot of basketball players should be in the theater department as well.
Yes, exactly.
Drawing fouls. It's an art form.
I know SportsCenter oftentimes has a segment that says Phantom of the Flopper.
That's pretty funny.
And they show a bunch of players who phantomly get hit and they go flopping away. It's comical.
I think the best are probably professional soccer players. Those are some really good flops.
Yes.
Well, Jack is watching tonight. He said, "Go Jacks!" Missing tonight's game, but here in spirit. Well, hopefully he sounds like he's watching at least.
Is that Jack Szymanski?
It was Jack Szymanski.
Jack is sort of the manager for the men's team.
Oh, neat. Well, gosh, that was impressive. Game really kind of getting away from the Lumberjacks a little bit right now. They want to settle down and play their style of play. 33-26 in favor of Muskegan.
9-0 Muskegan here in the third quarter as the Lumberjacks were leading 26-24. And what I'm noticing here is Muskegan has picked up the defensive pressure and is not letting us sort of turn and look at the basket. We've got our backs turned. It's a tough way to throw the ball there.
They are wearing us like a cheap suit right now.
They are. We need a bucket at this end of the floor. There you go, Kylie. Oh, we got a foul, though.
All right.
She's going to shoot three free throws.
That's hard to say, isn't it?
Say it fast.
Three free throws. Yeah, that's going to be a tongue twister.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Kylie down there by herself, except for all of her new Muskegan friends.
Right. Coach Allen typically, as we've mentioned in our broadcast over the years, has his team get back on defense. Like I was saying earlier, you want to keep your opponent in front of you.
No, good point.
Sometimes when you're down there, you have chances for them to sneak out and run down the floor faster, or maybe even commit an over-the-back foul. Kylie makes that first one, and she makes them both. She gets the third one. That's right. She's 2 for 2. And there we are.
Beautiful.
Nice job, Kylie. You earned those. She hustles back, and there are the Lumberjacks ready to defend. 33-29. Put a stop to that 9-0 run. Now let's get a stop here and get back into that. Cut back into that lead.
Wow.
Well, there's Nia.
There's Nia. Excellent job there.
So we got that ball and snuck in there and up and in and
really powered her way through. Very impressive.
Foul on Kristen Dumont, her first foul. And Nia gets a free throw to try and complete the three-point play. There she goes. 36-29, but little under 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Lumberjacks is slowly moving the ball around. This is what they did in the first half, and it was really well. They're running some high-low stuff now. You got Jade down low, Kristen up high.
Oh, just a little short. Here comes Muskegan. Very, very up-tempo game right now for Muskegan.
They're just trying to push it and try to force the action. They want to control the tempo as the Lumberjacks did the first half.
Really turning up the tempo and turning up the heat, and nice rebound for the Lumberjacks. They're slowing it down.
Yep, absolutely. Ooh,
oh.
There we go. Jade's got some strong hands there.
Sure does.
They weren't going to rip it away from her.
No.
Another person in the crowd tonight, I see Steve Walker this year. Steve Walker is a longtime coach in Alpena. He's coached a lot of junior high. He's currently the freshman boys basketball coach over at Alpena High. And he does an outstanding job. As a freshman coach, your job is to develop players.
Yeah.
Develop players, get them on the floor, help the program out. And Steve's been there for a number of years. And he's a neighbor of Molly Gerard. I see him sitting down there with Molly's mom and dad.
Oh, that's nice.
Real nice neighborhood. My wife and I oftentimes walk by their house, and they're outside just sort of enjoying things. He's got a couple of dogs. And
oh, what kind of dogs?
Shelties.
Shelties, all right.
Yes,
all right.
yeah.
Very athletic dogs, so that doesn't surprise me.
Got a timeout, Muskegon, 36-29. Not sure what the Muskegon coach saw that he didn't like, but he's talking about getting your hands up, talking to one young player.
He's really animated.
He is. He's pointing to him. He's got his marker board there. All coaches have those marker boards. Oftentimes you don't really do anything with it. You just have it, and you sort of like just point to it, and it's just a reference.
I would be drawing hand turkeys, Mike. I am famous for that in meetings. You can tell how long and boring the meeting is by how detailed my hand turkey is.
Well, those dry erase markers sometimes can stain.
That's true. So then people know what you've been doing.
Right, exactly.
You ring around the hand turkey. It's pretty damning evidence, is what it is. Well, Muskegon up by 7, and what we feared would happen happened. They turned up the heat, and we'll just kind of see how the Lumberjacks respond here. We've got a little less than 4 minutes left in this third quarter. We're having a shoelace break.
Kylie Flush, it's nice to give her a chance to lace it up. Now we're ready to go. Coming up.
Wow.
Nice play out of the timeout by Muskegon. They had a couple of 3 or 4 different options what they could do, and missed it, but Keegan ran it down in the corner, and here she comes to get the Lumberjacks back in business.
Well, Vicky's watching from Alpena. She said, awesome job, Lady Jacks. Great energy. Keep up the good work from Vicky and Alpena. Nate, though, says he's watching his awesome daughter, Mariah Pringle, number 23 for MCC Jayhawks.
Over in Calava?
No, it's Maria Pringle.
No, but her hometown.
Oh, I have no idea.
High school.
Oh, my gosh.
High school's Brethren. For some reason, I think that's over on the west side of the state.
I am not. I've never seen that town before. I'm constantly learning of new small towns in Michigan. Oh! What happened?
Jade got the ball inside. She turned. She had the shot blocked, and then Muskegon just couldn't control it.
Wow.
The player went down, and she had her hand out of bounds when she tried to knock the ball inbound. So then the Lumberjacks get the ball.
That was a hard fall. It's nice to see her get up.
Good hustle play by the Jayhawks there. Chase down a loose ball, knock down a three-pointer. that's some activity they did not have first half, and I think that's what they talked about at halftime.
Yeah.
39-29.
Extending that lead to 10, but the Lumberjacks are trying to cut that down like a dead tree. See, I'm trying these metaphors for Lumberjacks, Mike. I'm trying here.
One swing at a time.
Oh, that was good. Yeah, that was good. I won't axe you again. Oh, look, see? Puns.
Yeah, they're out there.
They are out there. People are muting their televisions right now. Oh, Jade.
Good defense on that inbounds play. The Lumberjacks had a hard time getting it in, and we had to try and sneak one over to Jade, and unfortunately went off her foot. 15-3 in the third quarter. As I've said before, basketball is a game of runs.
Yeah, and boy, Muskegan is on a run.
They are 15-3 here in the third quarter after the Lumberjacks played extremely well first half. Still got opportunities here. Oops.
Yep.
There's that second chance by Muskegan being active on the offensive rebounds. You can see the bench is a little more involved.
Very.
Maybe coach told him he wasn't going to turn the heat on the way home, so
that could be.
I don't know.
It's a long drive.
See, they got a charter bus out front. My guess is the men's and women's team traveled here together.
I would think, yeah. It was a huge bus. Lead growing to 11. Haley's watching from Sault Ste. Marie. She says she's cheering for the Lumberjacks from her former teammate, Keegan Fisher from high school. Very nice.
Keegan's got fans joining everywhere.
Everyone. Kate is watching from Alpena. Allie says, I'll be at the game watching from ACC. Go Jacks. I like it that people are on their phones at the game. They are monitoring us and the game, showing that today's youth can multitask like stars.
Well, and they also want to win that Hungry Hippie coupon.
You know, I think you're right. Nice to see that energy on the Lumberjacks bench.
Absolutely. Nice little running hook shot by Jordan Cabelius there to cut the lead to 9.
So cool. That is our Atlanta Husky, is it not?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, I'm going to tell you, as much as I like when the opponent's parents, friends, family chime in.
Yeah.
I know in the first half that Nia's grandfather and then I just noticed Nia doing everything, and right now Mariah Pringle is involved with everything out there.
It's like they heard us.
Exactly, and I think somebody's watching, but she's been very active. She's gotten to the free throw line. She's playing that high post area, turning, looking, making good decisions, passing the ball inside.
It's neat to see.
It's a 5'10" sophomore out of Brethren High School.
It's very cool. We always enjoy hearing from the opponent's fans and family. We know that folks can't travel always, even under normal circumstances, but of course with the pandemic it is even more difficult, and so we are happy to be able to bring the games to you, and I know all of the other schools who are streaming their home games as well in the conference feel the same way. Maddie's watching live from Alpena.
Couple of free throws, makes it 42-31.
Sydney Bowles' grandparents are watching from Fruitport. Sydney, 5'9" freshman.
Let's watch for number 20 and all the activity she's going to do now.
Yeah, she is.
Whenever that happens, typically things happen for the family members.
It's true. They seem to hear and know they need to perform. The family's watching. Gordon is expecting Sydney to score some baskets here.
Boy, they're
getting a lot of.
There's Nia working inside. Wow.
Goodness.
She muscled that 2-3 times. Look at her teammates just shoving her around in enthusiasm and excitement.
Yeah.
I always like to see that.
Well, you know, the camaraderie and the friendships made with, not to sound like Pollyanna here, but that's the coolest thing about any sport that you're playing, especially at the collegiate level. These are connections you'll have for the rest of your life.
Absolutely. Coach Allen and I always talk so much. It's about making memories.
Yeah.
And there's so many positive memories you're making out there. And Mariah Pringle got that missed shot and put it up, got a rebound again, and now she's at the free throw line.
We've been hearing a lot from the Muskegan fans. Keegan Fisher's fan club is unprecedented, really. I mean, they really are. Now we've got someone watching from Hart. It's Kevin. He's watching the Lady Lumberjacks and Keegan Fisher. And Sarah LaFleche is watching number 12, Kylie LaFleche. Good luck, Jacks. Great game.
There's Mariah Pringle again. Well, Mariah's family's got to be pretty excited right now, and
Yeah.
they're probably thinking they should have chimed in the first half.
Yeah, Nia is really having a game.
She's really playing very well. She's active over there again. I think they got her for a foul. No, I think they got 22. Casey Jeffries.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you what. We are really getting some Keegan Fisher fan club. We need to get T-shirts made.
Well, Keegan is the most popular women's player, and we probably know that either Parker New or Braden Malik is on the men's team.
Boy, that's going to be. They might have to have a rumble in the parking lot for the fan club. I mean, it's going to be tough to see who wins that. Talk about picking up the pace of play from Muskegan. Just a beautiful third three-pointer there, and they're having fun.
The 26-5 run now, 26-5 in the third quarter. Lumberjacks were leading at halftime. There's Keegan step up, make one. Oh, in and out. It couldn't have been any further in. 2-1 at the buzzer for the Jayhawks. Nope. That brings us to the end of the third quarter with the score: Muskegan 50, Lumberjacks 31.
Mike, that was a brutal third quarter.
Well, we talked about halftime adjustments, and it's not that Coach Allen and Coach Droscher didn't do any halftime adjustments, because they came out and they were playing their game. But Muskegan seems like they, I mean, for lack of a better term, I'm not saying they were sleeping, but it seems like they woke up.
They sure did. They sure
right from the start, the first couple possessions, they drove to the basket. They were a little more active on defense.
Yeah.
It was even being able to tell by they committed more fouls. We talked at halftime, they only had one foul the entire half. They're trying to make that defense turn into offense, and that's exactly what they did, and they pushed themselves to a 19-point lead with 10 minutes to go.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And I'll tell you what, their fans have woken up on our Facebook page, on actually Northland Area Federal Credit Union's Facebook page, where we want you to go and comment, and if you do, you'll be entered into that drawing for a $40 Hungry Hippie gift certificate. Nate says, want to shout out to Mariah Pringle, number 23 from Dad. Didn't know we could go to the game. And says hi to Robin Kropp, Mariah's aunt from Kalamazoo, that's watching as well. Very cool.
All of a sudden, Mariah's got a fan club trying to rival Keegan's from Alpena, but
Rob says go Jayhawks. Mom and Dad watching number 4, Trina Lewis. So Trina's about to have some points, I bet. She's going to hear that.
5'10" freshman out of Reese Puffer right there in Muskegon, probably staying home. And
And Jack Schmansky said, go Lumberjacks, a little quiet in Park Arena tonight without me, cheering on the women and men's teams from the road, though. Jack, we miss you.
Errant pass by Muskegon bounced off Nia's hands. Lumberjacks going to come down. Plenty of time. Let's just nickel this away. Nickel and dime this away. Two basket at a time. There's Molly driving. Oop, there we go.
So, what do they do, Mike? What's the advice? You always give good advice.
Well, I think the Lumberjacks, they once you can't get it all back in one possession.
No, you cannot.
Okay, so
you wish you could.
I think they got to go back to playing that good, solid defense, limit Muskegon's second chance opportunities, second, third, fourth chance opportunities, even sometimes in that third quarter. And just be smart. Be smart on offense. Look for get the ball to the right people, the right spots where they feel comfortable. Take advantage of the opportunities, and let's see what happens these last 9 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Absolutely. Right now, we've got Molly Gerard at the line. Okay.
Missed two. Don't want to squander those opportunities, but Molly will go get another one back.
She sure will. A little bit of a travel there?
Travel on Trina.
All right. right? Lori says she's doing double duty watching my Fast and Furious girl, #1 Keegan Fisher, while at her little sister Carson Fisher's district final game in Bel Air. That is a multitasking mom. Let's go Eagles. Let's go Lady Jacks. Hashtag the Keegan Legion. I named them that, and I'm waiting for my honorary T-shirt to the Keegan Legion fan club.
That's fantastic.
It's pretty nice.
I know that her mom's been over to a couple games, but obviously.
Oh, that's great.
There you go, Jade.
All
That's a nice
right.
shot.
Jade also on the softball team, and you can tell she's got quite an arm.
She is. She's an outstanding pitcher, first baseman.
Great athlete.
She's first base, you bet, out of Alpena High.
Wow. Talk about a nice three-pointer.
3-pointer by #2 from Muskegan, Tanae Hammer.
Hammer time.
We haven't heard from her family. We haven't heard from her family
No,
yet,
but
but
you
she's
know
still
what?
performing.
Ooh, but she's from Hudsonville, where they make the ice cream, Mike.
Yes.
Big fan of that. I have to say, Hudsonville ice cream makes the best cookie witches. If you get cookies and you make a sandwich, Hudsonville ice cream. It's just my little endorsement.
Not that this is an advertisement for Hudsonville, but
No, but if they want to send me free ice cream, I'm not opposed to it, Mike, is what I'm saying.
my daughter got some free ice cream from Hudsonville.
What?
Yes.
Tell me more.
I
How?
believe my wife submitted her name or something like that as
Seriously?
a teacher.
Oh.
She got 7 free pints.
What?
Sadly, they arrived and they were melted.
Oh, man. That's
So
just
she sent them a
sad.
note and they sent 7 more.
They're now my new favorite people.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to tell you my recipe while we're having a little break here. You do oatmeal cookies, no raisins. I get them from Meijer. It's just my little thing. So the oatmeal cookies, and then you get the toasted coconut Hudsonville ice cream. You make the sandwich, you put it in the freezer, let it set up for a couple hours. You will thank me, and then you will curse me because you will suddenly weigh about 10 pounds
Oh,
more.
yeah.
But they're delicious. It really is good.
Nice drive, Molly.
Gorgeous, Molly.
There you go.
Very nice.
Couple of nice drives back to back from Molly and Jade. Let's see if we can get a stop at this end of the floor.
May wants you to know that Kaliva Brethren is in the Manistee area.
There we go.
So now we know.
There's Nia inside with a nice strong move, 55-35. Jayhawks up by 20 after being down 2 at halftime. They've come out with a lot more energy,
Boy, that's an understatement.
a little more enthusiasm. We were talking about how they were on pace to score 48 points a game. They're already at 55 and we got 8 minutes to go.
The chanty do here is the Manistee bench. There are 4 players on that bench, and you can hear how loud they are, just those 4 players. That is indicative of the intensity that they have on the floor as well. They lead by 20, and you can definitely see why they're the number 18 team in the country. But the Lady Jacks are not giving up.
Absolutely not. It's always tough to win on the road. And as we say, basketball is games of runs.
It is.
So let's see if the Lumberjacks will put one together. We got to get a stop right here.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
not a stop at all, Mike.
Muskegon was not listening to me today.
No,
Today
they're
Hammer
not.
from Hudsonville.
Tanae.
I think we gave it a good luck talking about the ice
We
cream.
did. We talked about the ice cream, and now she's on fire. Well, I'm gonna turn the conversation. We talked about Gundog. Gundog's mother has weighed in. She said, "Go Lumberjacks, Coach Bobby, and all fans, including my husband and son, who are in the stands cheering the girls. I'm watching from the great room of our home in Hubbard Lake. Looking forward to the men's game too. Great job, announcers. Thank you, Marlene." Thank you, Marlene. We appreciate it.
Fantastic lady. I've known Mrs. Gunderson for a number of years.
The mother of Gundog. What's she like?
She's a super lady. She is. She's a very nice lady, working hard, supportive. Had a number. Both of her kids. I think they only had 2 kids. I know they had a daughter. Played a lot of sports, and she was always there supporting them, rooting them on, no matter what they were
great.
doing.
That's great.
Nice lady.
Mike, I still am. I did 1 year of marching band, and my parents didn't come to any of the halftime shows my freshman year, and I am bitter about it to this day. I bring it up frequently. Is that Linnea? Linnea's 5'3". She just inbounded to Keegan, 5'4". Men's basketball team coming back in. They are always so supportive of the ladies team, and vice versa. Ladies play first, and the gentlemen are always really, really supportive. Super involved in the game and watching and cheering them on. it's really nice to see. And they probably do. Are they on the same bus when they
Yes.
travel too? That's what I
and
thought.
that's something that Alpena's had even for forever. Back even when I played, because we travel so much, the men's and women's team travel together. Sometimes the schools downstate, they travel separately because the games are close and throwing some vans. But the men's and women's teams have always had a good connection. And you know, obviously from your article you did not about a month or so ago on Mary Klinger and Ben Crows, who both were here as athletes and got married and have a family and so forth, and those connections started right here in Alpena.
Absolutely. They were each on respective Lumberjack basketball teams and met here and developed a friendship that eventually grew, and really fun story to do. Mary also works at a community college. She works at Lansing Community College, I believe, and great supporter of community college education, of course, as we are here at Alpena Community College, obviously. So it was really a joy to get to know her, and they are big fans of yours. They are. They're big fans of yours. You came to the wedding.
We did.
You showed up on the charter bus.
Well, we had a game that night. We were in Mott. 2 free throws by Muskegon makes it 60-37. But on the way home, the bus stopped in Tallis, and a bunch of us got off, went to the wedding.
Funny.
And Coach McCord at the time continued home with the rest of the team. And
how'd you get home?
my wife drove down to the wedding and got us there, and we had our van, and we brought some people back, and then a couple other people from Alpena traveled people back as
That's
well.
very nice. I was concerned about you. Didn't have Uber back then,
No.
that was a problem.
Exactly.
Kristen says, cheering on my favorite lumberjack, Keegan Fisher from Elma, Michigan. Great commentary as always. Thank you, Kristen. And Nielsen is saying, cheering for Keegan Fisher down from Holland, Michigan. Go Lumberjacks. And Jill is my new favorite person. She said, I just want to shout out to the announcers. You're awesome. Well, Jill, we think you're pretty special as well.
Thanks for tuning in, Jill.
Jill has excellent taste. I don't know if you realized that, Mike. Excellent taste. Very good judgment.
If we don't say so ourselves.
Yes.
Number 20 in the game, Sydney Bull. I know we heard from her family earlier.
Sydney's family's out there. Latasha said, cheering for Trina Lewis on the Jayhawks. Love her little big sister. And speaking of, Timothy Bull says, way to go, Sydney and the Jayhawks. Uncle Tim watching from Orlando. Uncle Tim is now our farthest watcher.
Once again, folks, remember they draw for that
Hippie
during halftime of the men's game. And if you do win, even if you're not watching, you'll be notified probably through the Facebook page.
Absolutely. Yeah, Northland Area Federal Credit Union will contact you, and we cannot thank Northland Area Federal Credit Union enough. Please do go to their Facebook page. Thank them for sponsoring Lumberjack basketball, and let us know where you're watching from and who's your favorite player. Who's compelling you to watch? Is it our witty and always amusing commentary? Perhaps, but more likely you have someone in the game that you're interested in watching, just like Anthony says, keep playing hard, girls. Anthony LaFleche cheering on Kylie LaFleche and the Lumberjacks from Rogers City.
.4 minutes to go, 63-37. A tale of two halves is what this game has been.
Oh my gosh, you're not kidding, Mike. What a difference.
The Lumberjacks came out super strong after winning their last home game against Delta.
Yep.
And had a 2-point lead at halftime, but Muskegon's continuing the pressure here.
It is an onslaught. I'll tell you what, Muskegon very impressive in this second half.
They get it, they are going. Oh, there's a travel.
That's a good way to put it.
Yep. She had thoughts in mind of throwing that across court to one of her teammates, but then had to pull it in and got caught by a travel.
And we're okay with that.
Sure.
We're okay with that up here.
Gives us a chance to catch our breath, get a few subs in.
Absolutely. Linnea is waiting patiently to inbound the ball. Freshman from Rogers City, just 5'3" guard. Who was the team that we had? Everybody was a guard.
Delta.
Remember? That was Delta.
All 9 players were listed on the roster as a guard.
It was something. At least there's no confusion.
Everybody knows where they're playing.
That's right.
where Linnea was just sort of stuck there and just didn't quite know what to do. She kept her pivot and took a couple of strong dribbles inside and drew the foul.
She sure did.
Good for her.
I'm telling you what, our smallest players seem to be the most fearless. They frequently draw those charges, and really impressive.
Molly Gerard, Lillian Black,
Yeah.
Keegan Fisher, they're always scrapping in there.
They are.
Kylie LaFleche, Linnea Hinkuski.
They remind me of Jack Russell Terriers.
Yep.
I had a neighbor who had one of the. Oh, well, you don't see that every day. The ball just decided it wanted to take a nap.
Stuck right there.
Stuck right between the backboard and the net and just kind of hanging around. And
Now, she threw that ball up there, and I think she sort of, oh, there we go.
yay, all right.
There, but
Number 10 for, let's see, who is that? That was Kenna Vermeris from Muskegan and Fruitport. I think she deserves an extra prize.
yeah. Took 2 shots, but
Took 2 shots.
That's okay.
That's right. That's okay.
there's pressure on the inbounds. There you go, Molly. Oops. Boy, the girls are playing hard right to the end.
Oh, they sure are.
On the bench, they're cheering, encouraging. Coach Allen's coaching. He knows he's got another opportunity on Tuesday night when they play Schoolcraft here at home. Another home game. Last regular season game of the year.
Oh my gosh, it's gone fast, but and obviously it's been a truncated season because of the pandemic, and I can't say enough about our student athletes and how resilient they are. They really are. They've had a bizarre season. Last season was, bizarre, pretty much canceled.
Yep.
And it's been tough for them, but they've kind of rolled with the punches and realized that their number one goal here is to get an education, and they've done that, and just really, really proud of them. They have no idea who I am. I'm up here on we're both up here in the nosebleed seats. Now, they've met you because you're usually doing all of the tours, but I'm just like this creepy fangirl, kind of,
But you feel like you've gotten to know them.
I do. I feel like I know all of them.
Yep.
Yeah, they've been a joy to watch this season.
Yeah, I give all the teams a lot of credit. Normally the season's over at this time. They started practice in their normal time. It was shut down, restart.
Sure.
Schedules changed, all this kinds of stuff, and obviously playing in mask, I give them tons of credit. All the basketball I played in my time period, I've done some coaching in a mask earlier this year, and that's hard enough. Anybody who knows me, I'm active and stuff coaching.
Right.
But the young ladies, they want to play. They're getting an education. They're student athletes, and like we mentioned earlier, they're making memories.
They are.
And these young ladies from Muskegan, it may be their first, maybe only potentially their last time in Alpena, but
happy to have them here.
They're going to remember how they played in the first half, and certainly how they played in the second half.
Absolutely. Yeah, they have a lot to be proud of. They definitely turned this game around, and very, very talented young ladies. And the Lumberjacks not giving up. I love their persistence.
Well, they're playing hard because Muskegon's making them play hard. Because they're not giving up either. There's Kylie. Ooh.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. Look at them. They want to go. There's Trina, number 4. I know her family jumped in earlier.
Yeah.
Trina Lewis out of Muskegon, Michigan. 5'10" freshman out on the break like that. Athletic. Just about a minute to go, 69-37.
Smart players on both sides, and really so impressed with the way that Muskegon turned around their game, but so impressed as always with the Lumberjacks, and keep playing strong, and they really had a great first half, and I think that's something to take with them from this game.
Well, you can always learn some things. So what they do right the first half, what happened the second half, what kind of adjustments can we make? As mentioned, the last regular season game is Tuesday, but with the year the way it is, everybody qualifies for postseason.
Oh, all right.
Normally that's not the case.
No, I didn't realize that.
With the benefits of our win a week or so ago against Delta,
right,
there's a very good chance we're going to host a playoff game for the women.
Okay.
And our men. We could be hosting on April 6th. So, and I always like to say, just like in the NCAA tournament,
Anything can happen.
Everybody's 0-0.
That's right.
And that's why we're going to play the game. And the Lumberjacks showed tonight, they showed our last home game, that they showed tonight in the first half, certainly, that they can play with anybody.
They sure can. They sure can. They had a great first half, and that's something to build on and be proud of.
That's right. That's right. So, pushing 30 seconds to go, 69-37. Muskegon will have to shoot the ball.
And once again, please do go to Northland Area Federal Credit Union page and comment. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on. This goes for the men's and women's games. Muskegon content to dribble out the game clock. And
the common thing to do towards the end here is the game's theoretically over. We're not going to score another bucket here. And the coaches gave the customary wave now is without handshakes, and there's some mutual respect both ways. And
absolutely.
The Muskegon coach knows that Alpena gave him a game that first half, pushed them, probably made them better, is what Alpena did tonight.
Oh, for sure.
But Alpena also came out of this knowing what they could do.
I'm sorry, Mike. I'm a little distracted because the men's team just came on, and you know that I have a thing for the shoes.
And Muskegon's got some shoes.
Wow. Muskegon brought their shoe game. I think someone told them that I have a shoe MVP every game.
Well,
wow.
You don't know who's watching out there, but I'll let you talk about them during the game.
The shoes are incredible. It's like Easter egg colors. People are watching this right now. I feel like they're wearing peeps on their feet.
Got some purple ones, some pink ones, some multicolored ones.
Absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We so appreciate it. Northland Area Federal Credit Union, thank you. Please go to their website, northlandcu.com. And speaking of CU, we will see you for the men's game in about 19 minutes. We're going to step away. Thank you for watching, and congratulations to the Jayhawks of Muskegon. Final score, Mike, it was 69-37 in favor of Muskegon.